what's up, fellas? I'm Malicious Female Fan. Steve Malicious here. The Apple event has just ended. We have some new iPad products. We have a new Apple Watch. And we also, more importantly, at least for the purposes of today's video, have new iPhones announced. The worst kept secret in all of tech. The iPads, perfectly nice. A new regular iPad, which, listen, you can hate on Apple all you want. That $329 iPad, the original flavor one, is still one of the best deals in tech for just everyday use. People going around, you need an iPad for your kid, you just want an iPad watching videos on or some light edit, whatever it is. That $329 iPad is phenomenal. The iPad mini, I like it. I've always liked the form factor. Seemed like more of a toy to me. Apple Watch improvements. They spend enough time on the cyclist stuff. That's nice that the e-bike, they keep better track of the workout. It's more accurate with... Maybe it'll tell them when they're in the middle of the road and there's a mile line of traffic behind them. Or perhaps when they're riding in the street that traffic laws like stop signs and red lights apply to them as well. Perhaps that'll be in the Series 8. But no matter. iPhones. That's why we're here today. We got the 13, 13 Pro, 13 Max, and the 13 Mini. Some things that I pointed out or wanted to point out right away. They put a lot of complicated stuff in there. The cinematic stuff and all the rest of it. All these fancy features. And we have to really kind of dissect it and boil it down to what will actually trickle down into what we might use, just everyday people. I'm not going out there. I'm not all of a sudden becoming an Oscar-winning director and doing all this movie stuff with it. I just want to be able to take nice photos and videos. And I do think there are two important improvements in there that'll help with iPhone 13. The first being that improved dark mode. You're not going to be taking photos in a completely pitch black room. That's fine. But I do like that the dark mode is faster now, because what would happen, if you notice, you could take pictures in a pretty well-lit room that's perhaps just a little on the dim side, and it would trigger the dark mode where you'd have to wait that second or two. Just in our bedroom, we can have the lights on, want to get a photo of the cats, and I'm having to wait 2 seconds sometimes depending on whether it liked the light or not. So if it got a little faster with that, if it accepts more light with the sensor, I do think the dark mode will be improved. And that's something they definitely had to work on. The other thing that you saw, that cinematic mode, that's fine, okay, nice, shifting focus, all the rest of it. But the thing that I do think that it could trickle down and help us with, regular people, is the fact that iPhone 12 seemed to me to have problems focusing on two-dimensional images. What I mean is when you're taking a picture of a picture, it had problems focusing in on the picture. If you're scanning in a document, a lot of times close up, I had problems focusing in on the text on the document. So if it's able to vary the focus like that and do better with objects closer, in fact, I think they even showed in the demo a picture being taken of a picture and being able to focus on it, I think that will help a great deal. On the regular iPhone, they're talking about 2.5 hours longer, improved battery life, longer than the iPhone 12, but longer what? You know, Apple is the absolute worst when it comes to quoting battery life and times and sizes and all the rest of it. So 2.5 hours more screen on time, I'm impressed. Just standby time, just for the heck of it, not as impressed. So I don't quite know what that figure is. They do say it's bigger, should be better. Maybe the optimizations work. Maybe they don't know. That's something that we're only going to find out in testing. But at least it's something they're advertising on. At least it's something they're working on. So we'll take it. I guess we can take what we can get. Either way, iPhone 12 Pro video was good. It's a high bar for video. It has been for the last couple of years. Google's kind of struggled in that area. They're looking to improve it with Tensor and the Google Pixel 6. We'll see. So that should be a good competition. But once again, Apple's setting a pretty high bar, I think, for at least motion video on the iPhone 13. 128 gig minimums now, which is nice. It's laughable that it wasn't like that before, but it's nice that they finally came around and giving you 128 gigs. $800. I like that price point. I really do. $799. You got a good trade-in value there. If you got a phone sitting around, you could trade in, get that for $650. You're in good shape. I think that's still, I know you could hate Apple all you want, like just with the iPads. I think that's a pretty good deal. So now we move on to the Pro. Their Most Pro design. Most Pro. He said that a couple times. Much wow. It's fine. It's what you expected. Bigger camera hump on the back, or bigger camera section, waffle section, whatever it happens to be. Improved cameras that you found from the iPhone 13, A15 Bionic, which should work fine. The other one worked fine. The 120 hertz display, ProMotion display. It's brighter, all the rest of it. You've seen it on iPad. We were waiting for it for about a year now. Here it is. It's adaptive, which if you know anything from the Samsung displays, It depends on how they implement the adaptive nature of it. Now, it's nice that they could go from 1 hertz or 10 hertz or whatever it is all the way up to 120, but it's how do they limit you? How fast does that switching happen? Sometimes there could be jittering, sometimes it could be sometimes 20 hertz, and I might want more than that. I like the idea that you could have a lock that sets it. Hey, it's 120 hertz no matter what. I understand that's probably not the best for battery. I understand the computer and all the rest of it can come up probably with a better algorithm of when to have it 120 hertz than I can on the fly. But it's how they implement that adaptive technology. We'll see how it works. If it's better on iPhone, we've been waiting for it for a while. The one cool thing that I thought was neat was that $1,000 price point keeping on the iPhone 13 Pro. I like that. They haven't gone up. They could easily go to $1,200, something like that, be competitive with some of the Samsung devices, but they didn't. They stuck at $1,000. So again, for all the headaches that they give you and for all the aggravation that they take, they at least kept that $799 and $999. I mean, listen, Apple's going to be okay. They're going to have a few bucks put away. So no tears are going to be shed for that. But I do like that they kept the phones the same. I'm going to get one for the channel. If you have a 12, is it necessarily worth it to upgrade to a 13 Pro? I don't think so. And it hasn't been for years. You could be on a 2-year upgrade cycle, and that's been like that for a long time. Either you're upgrading on the first year where they changed the design, or you're upgrading on the second year where they changed the internals. It's basically been the same. The 13, I don't know if you want to consider that basically a 12S, but that's kind of been the upgrade cycle and development cycle. So what's more important for you, having that design, the new design the first year, or having the upgraded internals the second year of the new design? I'm a new design person myself, always have. But I'll be getting the 13. We got some cases to review. All the rest of it, we'll see about those improved battery life concerns. The screen's brighter, 120 hertz now. All the power. They say the optimizations could save the battery in a bigger battery. Some nice new colors. I like the Pacific blue, but now they've got kind of a sky blue, ceramic, all the rest of it, shatterproof. It's nice. It's iPhone. It's iPhone stuff. They gave us the chalk of what we wanted. 120 hertz display and a bigger battery. The camera stuff is nice. We'll test it all. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have that Steve-licious day.